The trail shake in the Boise State 4 wide receiver Trey shotgun formation is designed to beat zone coverage, but if you take a closer look at it, you'll notice that it's an absolute man killer. What I mean by that is the way I like to set this up is when I see man press, I typically put the outside receivers on fades. As you know, they are unbumpable. I like to put the running back on a delay flat route, so if an outside linebacker is on him, he will block and release to the flat. Oftentimes the outside linebacker will blitz and he will be wide open in the flat. And the third adjustment I like to make is I like to put the inside slot receiver here on a whip pattern. And what this really does is it gives us two man-beating options, and then we have our jetpacks to the outside as well as our check down if all else fails. And as you'll see, against a traditional man-to-man press, this play gets wide open in two spots on the field. As you can see, the RB receiver over the middle just absolutely shakes his man and gives us a big-time target over the middle of the field, while the inside receiver on the whip pattern gets very good separation as well. So as you can see, the opponent cannot be in two places at once, and they'll be forced to play more of a coverage-based look, which will in turn give you more time to let the jetpacks develop down the field. Something else I like to do is if somebody is sending man pressure at you, which typically they will when they see this, they want to get to you before you can get the ball out. What's very nice about this formation is that the running back can be wheeled around the quarterback and snapped, such that you could pick up heat from both sides of the formation. So as you can see here, we do the same setup, and we go ahead and swing our running back around such that when we snap the ball, anybody who comes through will help us pick up the pressure. So, in other words, if somebody were to say do a setup like this to get the defensive end on the left side free, then you can still pick up the heat with the running back. Granted, we don't have the play set up. Or if somebody were to set up heat coming off the right edge, that same snap will allow you to pick up the right heat with the running back. So let me get the play set up again, and I'll show you what I mean. When you snap it behind the quarterback, the running back can get over to both sides, and if our quarterback makes a good throw there, we have an easy throw for a 10-yard completion and a first down. Against zone coverages, what I like to do is typically I'll run the trail shake as the concept trail shake. The trail was a concept that came across in Madden 12, and a lot of people ran the trail out of the strong close, in which the tight end would run a route that released to the outside and then cut back over the middle behind the flanker who was running a zone clearing route, and you would just throw it into the hole of the zone that was open behind that flanker. Against zone coverage in NCAA 13, I like to do something very similar. So as you can see, if we're playing a cover 3, I just like to put this inside receiver on a slant, and we still keep our jetpack options on the outside. And you can also run the delay flat. So as you can see, they pull the zone, allows us to fit the ball in between when the inside hook zone here, playing over the slot receiver, gets pulled slightly to the inside, and that gives us just enough room to complete the throw in between the zones in this window on the field. So you could also throw the ball in the second window up in this area if you wish as well. So as you can see, that slant carries the linebacker, leaving a void right here. We could wait for this receiver to cross that hook zone's face and deliver the ball in the middle of the field where there's pretty good pass window for you. So, and if all else fails, you still have the jetpack options. Just requires a little bit of stick. Just do something like this and get up and try to trigger an animation. There, I don't really get one, and the defender picks off the pass, but it's something that with a little bit of practice you can do fairly well without any real trouble. Let's try again, and I'll show you what I mean. Just wait for him to get down the field and trigger the jetpack. Pretty simple. You get the one-on-one on the deep third and just really go after that corner. And as soon as we click on, we just take one step to the inside and then continue straight ahead downfield, and it triggers a jump animation for a touchdown. So go ahead and take a look at that trail shake. It's two-man under, a man blitz, as well as a soft zone beater. And really all you have to do is just adjust your inside slot receiver according to what you've been seeing all game from your opponent. So let me know how it works for you guys. Thanks.